Courage is Calling by Ryan Holiday. This is hands down, in my opinion, one of the most underrated self-help books ever written. So this book is basically about how to build courage in the face of fear. Most people, when they're afraid, they run away from the things that they're afraid. This is a natural response and could keep you alive in some cases. But what are the people like that we actually admire so much? The people like heroes who are by definition courageous in the face of danger and are able to rise beyond fear. This book by Ryan Holiday discusses exactly that and how you become that guy. When I first watched the movie 300, I can remember I was maybe 12, 13, and I looked at those men. I kind of thought they were crazy, being ready to die at any moment into something they believe in. But now, having aged a bit and built some courage myself, I can kind of understand how these men think. There is for sure some things that are much worse than dying in this life. And a big part of that is living like a coward. If you run from the things you fear, not only are you a coward, but you miss out all the good stuff that life has to offer. Ryan Holiday makes in this book a point where he says everything you want in life, all the relationships, all the success, is exactly to be found on the other side of fear. And this is exactly true. When I first started my business, when I first started being more confident in approaching women, when I first started expressing what I really think and feel, all those things made me terrified to the core. Everything in my body said to not do it. But I managed to raise beyond it, and as a result, I got rewarded every single time. Awesome relationships, hot women, sex, clients that pay me money, online income, ability to travel the world. All those things were on the other side of fear. So if your life isn't what it could be, maybe you should listen to your fear. And Ryan Holiday says that there's the saying that fear is never a good consultant. But he reverses that and says, maybe it's the best consultant you have because it shows you exactly where you need to go. He says that fear is an arrow that exactly points into the direction that you need to go. And in a lot of cases, I think he couldn't be more right. In another part of this book, he says you should be fearless and courageous, but not reckless. This kind of means that you shouldn't jump off a bridge without a parachute or, do stupid shit that's just gonna get you killed. Yes, being courageous can mean putting your life on the line, and sometimes that's exactly what you need to do. I can remember I started expressing my worst intrusive thoughts, my darkest intrusive thoughts, that I would never act out. Once I had an intrusive thought about imagine you punch that kid or you rape that kid. It's not like a fantasy, it's just a random dark thought in my head. A lot of people have those thoughts. And I spoke that thought out. I was in a Arabic family and the guy wanted to kill me. When I said that, he said he will go to the kitchen, he will get a knife and cut my throat. You might even agree with him because you see this thought as fucked up. But for me, I just told the truth and I was willing to put my life on the line. Those kind of experiences made me much more popular with time, got me much more attention. That's not even what I wanted, but it's what I got in a reverse. So sometimes you have to say those things that you're terribly afraid of. In fact, the most honest people always say the things that they're afraid of. You cannot be honest without saying the things that you're afraid to say. Because you need to let go of your money, sometimes you need to let go of your life in order to tell the truth. That kind of courage will actually make you a better and more honest person. Ryan Holiday points that out in that book too. For example, at one point he says, what you need to do is exactly stepping away a few meters from the crowd and tell them exactly how you feel. Put your neck out to be seen, to be vulnerable. Those things require courage. But they will make you so attractive and so interesting. I cannot even tell you the experiences that you will get if you have the courage to say what's really on your mind. He even goes as far as saying you need to be willing to break with your family. You need to be willing to break with your friends. You need to be willing to get excluded by your whole society for the things that you believe in, that you think to be true. And this is 100% right. When I started standing for the things that I believed in, I got excluded by my family, by my friends. My university even kicked me out. Yet I would do all those things again. Standing alone for things in life is one of the most difficult things you can do, but sometimes it's one of the most important things you can do. We saw in communist area or in Nazi Germany that the crowd can go madly wrong. And standing alone, opposing those kind of mad crowds, can mean that you need a lot of courage. But sometimes this is exactly what you need to do. This book by Ryan Holiday, Courage is Calling, is highly recommended from my side. It will teach you eliminate those cancers called fear. Live your best, most honest, more authentic, most courageous self. And in return, I promise you, life will reward you for it. It's been rewarding me more times than I can count because I faced my fears. Listen to your fears, face them, read Courage is Calling if you dare so.